Hi students, it's me Mahendra Guruji. I'm going to explain a new lesson from Geography, Resource and Development. Okay, so this is the first part or first clip of the lesson. We understand here resource what? What is the resource? We can understand what is resource by discussing about 5 points. The 5 points makes what is resource. First one, satisfy our needs, which is satisfy our essential, that is called a resource. Second one is easily available in environment. It's available very easily, that is also called a resource. Technologically accessible. By using of technology, you can access, you can get it and you can use it. That is also a resource. Fourth point, economically feasible, means you no need to pay a lot of money to use the resource. So easily available, of course. Fifth point makes what is resource culturally acceptable. So we respect resource. Okay, that's why it is called culturally acceptable. Clear? So these 5 points makes what is resource. And human being also very important resource. So human being is a part of resource. Is very special one. If compared to other things, human being is very special because he transfer material available in environment. He do research and he will make resource as a useful one. Otherwise resources will be the default as in nature. But because of human being, resources can be used, can be classified, can be highlighted in different ways. Okay, so human being also a part of resource, but is special one. Let us see classification of resources. So what are the classification of resources? So based on origin, we can classify resource based on its origin, biotic and abiotic. Let us see what biotic. Obtained from biosphere means it's formed by biosphere. Okay, and biotic what have life. All the resources under biotic have life. Example, flora, fauna, fishes, cattle. Of course, we people, human beings, we all comes under biotic. Animals, birds, aquatic animals, human, is all the example of biotic resources. Abiotic resources. One more type of classification of resource. What abiotic is? Composed of non-living. So it's formed by non-living. This is a non-living thing. Okay. Example. Let's see what are the examples. Rocks and minerals are the example of what resources. One more way we can classify, that is exhaustibility. Some resources are long time, some short time. Let us see. First one is renewable. Renewable resources. What do you mean this? Can be renewed or reproduced. You can renew it or can reproduce it. For example, solar energy, wind energy, etc. So example of renewable, solar and wind energy, etc. Let us see. Non-renewable means cannot be renewed or reused. Once if you use, you cannot reuse or you cannot renew, and it takes millions of years to form. So it's not easy to form. It takes a lot of years, million of years. Example, minerals, fossil fuels. Okay, what we use minerals, fossil fuels are the example for non-renewable. So we have based on exhaustibility, renewable and non-renewable. Let's see another classification of resources by ownership. So based on ownership, again we can classify two way. One is individually, means individual resource, means owned by privately. Personally I can have any type of resource. I can build house using a furniture, I can make a swimming pool in front of my home, or I can take some wells. So like that, by using of resources individually I can use that. Okay, that is it depend upon how much I am economically strong. I can make useful myself. That is called individual. One more type of resource is community owned, means belong to all the members of a community. A group of people, a local people, belongs to a village, belongs to a society, belongs to a city. Example, parks, monuments, temples. So this all example of community owned resources. National resources means resources that belong to a nation or a country. Okay, some resources are belongs to a country or belongs to a nation. For example, minerals, water, forest, wildlife. This all example of the national resources. Clear? Okay, let us discuss one more point about this. A nation, any nation, it's maybe an example, take our country, around 12 miles or 22.5 kilometers away from the border, okay, in the ocean route, or 12 nautical miles or 22 point something kilometer comes, that resource, up to that resources are called national resources. From border to 12 miles border ending point, up to that is comes under national resources. Okay, the border means border to, example, Indian border, in the what Indian Ocean is there, up to Sri Lanka there is 12 kilometers away from the Indian border, that is comes under national resources. If 200 miles away from the border of any country, that is called an example of open ocean, also called international